pitch at U.S. Cellular Field. The A's battle the White Sox. Next. Time for baseball now on the show as we give you a look inside U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago. Today it's the finale of this four-game set between the Oakland A's and the White Sox. Welcome in, everyone, to White Sox baseball on the show. Matt Vasgersian here with you. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, as we get set to finish off this four-game set here today, let's check out what's happened so far.
Yeah, it's been an entertaining series to watch so far. Crowds, they have been very energetic, and I think we're looking at another good ball game here in the finale.
Now here it comes. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Boy, that's an ideal start to the afternoon right here. If nothing else, you want to let this pitcher know that you mean business. And I think this is going to get his attention right away as he kicks things off with two bases.
In now, Billy Burns, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. EK, as we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And it hasn't been the best year for them, but at least they're finishing strong. That says a lot for their manager and the type of team that I think these guys can become.
Billy Butler will step in here with a runner at third now, so maybe an important at-bat here early in the ballgame.
Yeah, I think you really need to get something out of this inning, even if it's just...
And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
And everybody knows, against a guy like this, you're going to need every run you can possibly get. So that's a good job there of getting this ball airborne and driving in their first run.
Josh Reddick is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Here it comes. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Oakland is on top in this one, 1-0. Number 25 will come on defensively now as he takes over at second. On his way to the plate is the center fielder Adam Eaton to get things started here in the home half of the first. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Number 25 is there to make the catch, and it's a 1-pitch out to start the home first. Melky Cabrera will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim, 2 away. Adam LaRoche will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Now a swing and a fly ball. Reddick is there, and how about that? A 3-pitch inning as this side is retired. Stephen Vogt will get his first opportunity now, and as you see there, he's in need of something to go his way because he's been ice cold these past 8 ball games. Cabrera is there, and he's got it, and it's a first pitch out to begin the second.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And set to stand in the center fielder Coco Crisp. And the pitch. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So That first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
And a swing and a miss there by Coco as he's down in the count 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And 2 quick outs here in the second. Brett Laurie will get his first opportunity now. 14 home runs to his credit so far this year. And that's in there for strike 1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And Laurie's aboard. It's a base hit. Number 20 will dig in here. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. The A's strand 1, and after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Jose Abreu will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. First pitch on the way. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And you figure to see that change up more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you've got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to hold on to pitches and not show everything right away, but here, you want these guys to be thinking, I know he's got that changeup, so I'd better not sit on the fastball too often.
Alexi Ramirez will stride in now. And as you see from that highlighted column, he currently sits number 6 in the American League in stolen bases. First pitch here is another ground ball. This one over to third base. On to Butler in time, and there are 2 away. Tyler Flowers will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. And this will be fouled away. Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. Matt Davidson will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night. First pitch coming. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2-0 on the way. He goes the other way, and this one's going to split the gap for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner will score from first. Thompson will stand in now, just a few ticks shy of the 300 mark for the season. Now here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Oh, and he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2.
Nice comeback here to get it 0-2. And now you've got to put that early run behind it and make sure that this doesn't get any worse.
On the ground to third. Throw on to Butler is in time, and the inning is over. Sox get 1 on the RBI double. We play 2, all even at 1 apiece. Marcus Semien will step in here to start their half of the third with the top of the order to follow. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground is short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Craig Gentry will try again here. He doubled to kick off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run. Now the second pitch of the inning is hit on the ground to third. On to first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2-up, 2-down start to the third. Number 25 will get his first opportunity now. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
Well, you can tell he's trying to work that pitch away, but he might have left that one a little more over the plate than he intended.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down go the Athletics on a total of 4 pitches. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. Number 7 makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Number 7.
First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Now the pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. 1-1, a fastball high, 2-1 now. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. Adam Eaton will dig in. He popped out his first time. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Foul. Ready now on 1-1. Swing and an easy one for the first baseman. And Butler will handle this one himself to record the out. Melky Cabrera will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And now a pitch on the way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Pitch on the way. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Here comes the 1-2. Opposite field to left. Number 20 is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Billy Butler will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. Fastball in there for a called strike. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
Here's another 1-2. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you can see there, both guys topping out at 96 miles an hour. Josh Reddick will dig in here. Took a called third strike his first time. Here's the first offering. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is foul for the first strike. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Here's a ball hit in the air out toward Cabrera in left. And he's got it for out number 2.
The batter, catcher,
Stephen Vogt will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now here's the first pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? Taken there by Ramirez. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. A's are gone in order. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Adam LaRoche will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
For the White Sox, designated hitter, Adam LaRoche.
First offering on the way. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
Swing and a miss as LaRoche finds himself in a quick 0-2 hole here. Living a little dangerously here.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you if you're putting pitches there.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, I don't think this is a guy you want to mess with here. He can hurt you in more ways than one.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Jose Abreu will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch coming. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Just overmatched him there.
Here comes a 1-2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch on the way. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
And even 3-2, I don't know if you want to challenge him here. Better to put him on than to give up a solo home run.
Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. The 3-2 one more time. Fastball too high. Ball 4. Alexi Ramirez will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Got it back in time there, and it's 2-1. Here it comes, 2-1. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Two. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Tyler Flowers will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. First pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Pause. Now the pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. He's set. Now the pitch. And they'll come inside with this one, but the result's the same. It's to 2-1 now. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. White Sox leave 1. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Coco Crisp will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a...
Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. Coco's around first, on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Now batting, third baseman.
Brett Laurie will dig in. He singled his first time around. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
Now batting,
Number 20 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Up and in for ball one. Gotta say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here.
Thought twice about the plate, but he'll go to first. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
the batter, number 2.
Marcus Semien will stand in with a run in, 1 out and 1 on here in the inning. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And he's probably a little bit upset with himself for giving up that early run, but he really reached back for something extra right there.
And that is into right field, a base hit. Craig Gentry will dig in now. 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch coming. Fouled straight back. He's set, now the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
0-2, you gotta shorten up. Find some way at least to put the ball in play. You can't afford a strikeout here with an important run out there at second base.
From the stretch. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Number 25. See what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 5. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
He waits, now the pitch. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Matt Davidson will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Matt Davidson.
Too low, 1-0. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. And the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here he comes on 2-2. Here's a ground ball to first. And he'll take this to the bag, 3 unassisted for the first out. Thompson will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Now here it comes. And he couldn't lay off there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and the count comes even now at 1-1.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
1-1 on the way. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Reddick is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting, number 7.
Number 7 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Now the first pitch. And a ball, 1-0.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Now, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Here comes the 1-0. 2-0 now. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
Good downward movement fooled him there. 2-1.
Boy, and a great 2-0 pitch there. Got him thinking fastball. And this looked like a fastball out of his hand, but it turns out to be a real effective changeup instead.
Ready with the 2-1. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. The 2-2 coming. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. Throw to Butler takes care of him, and that retires the side. Down in order go the White Sox. They still trail it here 2-1. Billy Butler will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
First baseman, Billy Butler.
That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. The relay, and he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. A little late on the fastball here as this is bounced foul just off to the left. Strike 1. Comes set. Now the pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. He's ready now. The pitch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Here comes another 0-2. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul. The next 0-2. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. And the throw by Ramirez is in time, and there's one away.
Well, the inning starts nicely with that leadoff double, but aside from a strikeout, a ground ball to short is about the last thing you want to have happen. You know, if this is to the second baseman, that's great, but that's just a wasted out here.
Stephen Vogt will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base. So that's a good job of moving up the extra 90 feet now with 2 outs.
So a runner at third, 2 men are out, and set to stand in the center fielder Coco Crisp. Now the first pitch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. He's ready. Now the pitch. In tight again, and it's to 2-0 now.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1. Ripped toward the gap in right. No one's going to get to this one, and it should be good for extra bases. And that'll score the runner from third as they'll open up a 3-1 lead. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
Here's the third baseman, Brett Lowry, as he swings and pops this one foul off to the right, out of play. Has a look, now the pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
The 1-1. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Here comes the 1-2 from Sale. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw to the plate. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Number 20 will stand in now. 0 for 2 with the run batted in thus far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. From the belt, the pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Gonna be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score from second to make this a 5-1 game now. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
The batter.
Marcus Semien will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Pause, now the pitch. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Adam Eaton will stand in to lead things off as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Here it comes. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here comes a 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging it.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. First pitch on the way. On the move is Eaton. Pitch inside, the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease. The next pitch. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Reddick able to get it in quickly, and that'll hold the runner at third.
Well, neither offense has really made a huge impact so far, but finally maybe a little sign of life. He drives this ball for 2 bases, and even though they've had trouble scoring runs, they're not out of this thing by a long shot. A couple more of these could get them right back into it.
And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. From the belt, kicks and deals. Plays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. 2-1 now to LaRoche. And he misses again, ball 3.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And he misses, ball 4. Jose Abreu stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
1-0 on the way. Now it's 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run. But you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with one swing.
High and away, not close. 3-0.
Take sign? That would be a take sign.
Got to find it here, the 3-0. And a curious-looking swing that time, as he likely had ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run. Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Tyler Clippard will be summoned into the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases are loaded with nobody out. Alexi Ramirez stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so he probably won't be working the corners.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Catch made by Reddick, and here comes the runner from 3rd. And they'll get one back with the sac fly, as it's now a 5-3 ball game. Tyler Flowers will stand in now. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Runners lead from 1st and 3rd. Here's the pitch. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
And here is strike 3 called on the fastball. Looked to be about eye level, but it's out number 2 instead. Matt Davidson will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. The 1-0 home. And this is fouled back and out of play. From the stretch. Fouled back. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. The right-hander deals on 1 and 2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2 and 2 now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a...
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit.
Second RBI of the game for him right there, but more importantly, narrows this deficit down to 1.
Thompson will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from the defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Just get the base hit already! What's up, cousin? Come on, yo!
Now here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. waits. Now the pitch. And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
The 2-0 on the way. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
He missed a good pitch to hit there. He'll be lucky to get something like that again.
3 runs already home here. Here comes the 2-1. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Here's the 2-2 offering. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. Some anxious moments now in that first base dugout.
Yeah, he cannot be liking what he's seeing, that's for sure.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. Full count pitch on its way. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this is a fair ball as it'll make its way toward the 335 sign. And that's going to score the tying run from second. We're even now at 5-5.
This is what you need if you're going to build a winning ball club. You've got to have those support guys down in the order. And he comes through with an important 2-out RBI.
Number 7 will stride to the plate. He's 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Taken the other way toward left center and fairly deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. 7th inning coming up, and we are all tied 5-5. Back here on the south side of Chicago, all tied at 5 as you take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Craig Gentry will stand in to lead things off here in what's now a brand new ball game.
Craig Gentry.
Eric Johnson is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Eric Johnson.
Craig Gentry is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Oh, 1-1 pitch on the way. Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. Here's the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Now the pitch. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will make the running catch near the stands. A tough play there on the run for the first out. Number 25 will be the batter, 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first offering. Ball 1.
Ooh, close pitch. Maybe just off the plate, but if it was, it wasn't by more than half an inch or so.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-1 now. The pitch. And this is popped foul off to the right and back into the seats. The 2-2. Now this is popped up behind the plate for Flowers. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Billy Butler will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
Here's the 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
1-2. Now a ball rolled slowly down the third baseline. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Fernando Abad will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Adam Eaton will stand in here, 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word from the dugout is, but here's one more look at it. Man, that's tough to tell if he was out for sure from that angle, and I can see why this was a really tough call on the umpire.
Here's Melky Cabrera. foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike one. And now a pitch on the way. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. He'll try again, 1-2. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Now another 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. And here's a ball hit in the air, and that will end up a foul ball. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Rounding first is Cabrera on his way to second now. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Adam LaRoche will dig in, needing to find a way to get that go-ahead run in from second base. First offering on the way. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
He's set. Now the pitch. He dials down on that one, but the result's the same. It's a called strike as he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
That fastball straightens him up a bit, 1-2 now. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
I love a guy on the mound that will pitch with some emotion. He's not out of this inning yet, but he feels like he's locked in. Did you see his reaction after that strikeout?
And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. But with his track record, it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else beat you.
Alexi Ramirez will get his shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 7. First pitch coming. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1.
Now he's going to have to punch his way out the ropes now.
The 1-0. Oh, in trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0. Does he dare go fastball here, 2-0?
I think he's got to.
Now the 2-0 home. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Is on the way. And he finally gets this one over for strike 1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but still a long road back from here.
Here he comes, 3-1. Now definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, pretty easy to get anxious there on a 3-1 count. That was a great time to call for the changeup.
Here's the full count offering. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. He'll try it again, 3-2. Here's a swing and a little tapper in front of the mound. Throw on to first, and the White Sox come up with nothing as the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple. This ball game still tied 5-all. Josh Reddick will stand in, and it's a bullpen game now. Both starters out as we begin inning number 8.
Yeah, both starters are out, and since we're tied, both starters not going to be involved in the decision.
Now here's the first pitch. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Stephen Vogt will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
And that's through, a base hit.
And as the season's gone on, this is a guy whose numbers have just not been going in the right direction. So this is a welcome sight with this one-out single.
Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. Comes set. Now the pitch. And that misses 1-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic at stolen base number 24 on the season. Down low again, it's 2-1. He's ready. Now the pitch. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, then you tend to get hurt.
Tie ball game here in the 8th at U.S. Cellular Field as you get a look at our line score to this point. So a runner at third, 2 men are out, and stepping in the right-handed bat of third baseman Brett Lowry. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run.
Number 20.
Two-run shot to straightaway center. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And they take a 7-5 lead. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. The 1-2. Now a curveball in there. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But the Athletic strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the A's 7 and the White Sox 5. Dan Otero is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Dan Otero.
Josh Fegley is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate. Tyler Flowers will dig in. Took a called third strike his last time. And that's cut on and missed 0-1.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Now here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. No problem here. 1 away. Matt Davidson will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game.
Davidson.
And here's the first pitch. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Here it comes. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up.
And he finds himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2. Now another 0-2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Thompson will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight. First pitch coming. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Boy, it's been a good, solid inning so far out of the pen. Let's see if he can wrap this one up.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. Chris will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They're down 2, 7-5. Marcus Semien will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the ninth.
Marcus Semien.
Zach Putnam will come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Marcus Semien will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1-0 pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1. Now here it comes. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. It was looking like it was going to be a fastball on the outer half. Then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
Here's Craig Gentry as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Now the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Number 25 will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. First pitch to him. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And the pitch. And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the A's. They're still up 7-5. Sean Doolittle is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 62, Sean Doolittle.
Number 7 will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen.
Number 7.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Boy, hitting the guy wouldn't exactly be the smoothest way to enter a ball game. He's lucky that one didn't get him.
And this will be fouled away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. Boy, he sure can sling that thing, can't he?
You sure can. A very wide arm angle, comes from the first base side. It's not straight either. It's moving.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. This ball will be chopped foul. Ready with another 2-2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
And down by 2, you better believe they'll take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner.
Here's the payoff pitch. And that is the start they were looking for down by 2 as that misses for ball 4. Adam Eaton will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Here's the first pitch to him. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal. The pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to first, and the White Sox are down to their final out now. Melky Cabrera is the last chance now with 2 out here in the ninth. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
And you got to think that guy right there is hoping he's going to get one final opportunity. They'll need a 2-out base runner for him to get any shot.
Swing and a miss as he can't connect there, and now the Chi Sox are down to their final strike.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make him bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
Low and away with that one, it's 1-2. There's the lefty's offering on 1-2. And a bouncing ball, foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Here's the 2-2 home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, maybe a little problem is that they wind up having to burn through the bullpen a little bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish off this victory.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The A's are victorious here, 7-5. So long from Chicago.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Athletics. 7 runs on 10 hits.